Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at ondayu.com/Odyssey.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Over Memorial Day weekend, Vince Neil played a festival in Iowa and ended the show early after his voice gave out.
Dude, this was all over the internet. Of course, I had to click on the videos, and I'm kind of like, because I heard the stories of like Motley Crue's going to get back together before COVID hit, and they were doing that stadium tour stuff, and some people were saying, oh, Vince is getting his voice back in line, and he's getting in shape, and he's doing the healthier thing. And then I watched this video, I'm like, I guess he decided not to do that because of the pandemic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the pandemic's been tough on everybody, and apparently, like you said, it's been tough on Vince, at least. At least if we try to, base it on this. He struggled through 14 songs, and here's a little bit of what all that sounded like.
And that's the Beatles' Helter Skelter, and then also did Motley Crue's Dr. Feelgood. His band, I watched a couple of the videos. His backing band sounds great. They that's about it.
Well, even he realized, I think I gotta stop. And it was during Motley Crue's Girls. Vince was like, forget about it.
That's the best part. Girls going after the backing tracks that are pre-recorded are still playing with the helper vocal aid, because there's parts of that are Vince Neil singing, so he's apologizing because he can't sing while the backing tracks are playing.
Oh man,
I get so mad at my guitar techs if they didn't stop that track at that point. Like, guys, what are you doing?
Right, hit pause on the vocal tracks, please. I'm not singing the high notes.
Oh man!
Which makes you realize just how bad it was that he's also he's singing along to a dummy track in a sense, a Vince Neil track to make him to sweeten up his voice, and he still sounded bad.
Yep.
If you're Motley Crue, you're like, dude, what are you doing to us, man? We wanted to come back and do this reunion tour, and now.
Yeah.
If I'm Vince Neil in that video, I don't know. It seems like he's had these videos come out before, but I would almost think that that's the wake-up call I need. And I'm just going to put all my time in, because I got to imagine he's rich as F. Put all your money into a personal trainer and a vocal coach, and just let me go out on a high note, as opposed to sounding like, the drunk uncle going up there for karaoke.
Stop singing, drunk uncles. Just stop.
Right?
Yeah. Oh man, it's tough though. Like you said, Steve, should he have gone out a while ago?
Yes.
Really. But a lot of these dudes, man, they just can't. Athletes, they just can't quit the game when they're on top.
It's crazy to me too because the rest of Motley Crue is in such good shape. If you look at Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee, and I mean even McMars, he's not gotten super fat.
True, he's got some ailments because of degenerative diseases or something.
Right,
something's going on with him that's unfortunate, but it's not because of he can't do anything about that.
Right. Whereas Vince Neil, it's you see him and it's man, I don't know. Like you said, hire a personal trainer. You have the money. If I had that much money, I would have 7 personal trainers.
That's the thing. I mean, it's
does he? I mean, my brain wonders because you're right.
That's what the estimated net worth is. And I mean, if I'm Motley Crue, I'd be hey, we'll pay for it if we have to. We can't have you be our front man when you look and sound this way. And it's fixable.
Yeah, and look, you got to have some vice. I mean, in the world of entertainment,
singing lessons, that should be his vice.
That should be his vice. A lot of folks, their vice is some kind of substance, and
true.
For me, it's sugar. And people forget that sugar and flour are a substance, and and we get it in refined form. So I wonder if he just can't back away from the sugar. You know what I mean? It's some people they can't back away from the alcohol, the cocaine. There's a lot of people who can't back away from the table. And I'm one of them. And so I mean, it looks like, and the food you eat can also affect your throat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or drinking or just whatever it is that's going on with it. And also, I mean, in all fairness, I'm sure he hasn't, performed 15 to 20 songs in front of people. His voice probably wasn't really fully warmed up, ready for that because he hasn't been doing it.
Yeah.
But,
good point.
But before this, even when he was doing it, he was sounding not that great. So, I mean, I think it's maybe just made it worse.
Yeah. Well, it's funny once your voice goes like that. I mean, I wonder if it's if you can get it back.
But he's got the freaking backing track, so all he's got to do is just do his best. Honestly, I'd almost be at that point if I'm Motley Crue. Screw it, dude. You're just lip syncing. We'll play to a click track. We just can't do this, man.
Yeah.
And you have to wear black because it's slimming.
Wow. All right.
I don't know. I'm not trying. I mean, what it is? That Vince is not even one person said this couldn't happen to a nicer guy. He's not the nicest guy.
That is true.
I think a lot of us would probably feel a little bit more sympathy for him if it wasn't for the fact that he's kind of been a douchey guy over the years to fans and to interviews and to everything that he does, in general. I remember even when we did a show with the New Originals and we couldn't even go anywhere near the back room area, even though we were playing the show. Because,
wow.
You know what I mean? So it's I have a little less, I guess, I bite my tongue probably a little bit more if it's someone I'm he's a good dude, he's just trying. Whereas Vince seems like he's not the nicest person.
That's the problem. When you have that kind of reputation, then something like this happens. People are just well, you didn't really garner any goodwill. You really didn't build up any get out of jail free cards from us.
Someone said Miles from the men's room calls him Vince Meal.
Oh, nice.
Terrible.
It is, but it's so funny.
It is. Oh man,
yeah.
You got to think. When your pride be a little hurt by seeing all this, or do you're just so full of yourself that you don't care? If I was that guy and all of a sudden the entire internet's goofing on my performance, I'd be I'm going to do whatever I can to get in tip top shape for when Motley Crue does do this reunion tour again.
I'm going to tell you who he reminds me of. People are going to think this is sacrilege, but I mean this is later Elvis years.
Elvis, yeah, Fat Elvis.
Fat Elvis. I mean, he was a joke, if you ask me. I mean, a lot of people loved him, I guess, because they couldn't let it go. But it's he is not Blue Hawaii Elvis to the point he died on the toilet. I mean, because he just ate so much and then couldn't. I mean, that's where I think Vince is going.
But I thought Elvis was cool because as a kid, it was a cartoon character. You know what I mean? Like with the big sequence one-piece suit. I was like, that guy seems like a badass. Well, but you're right. Like if you're an old school Elvis fan, you're looking at this guy, you're like, what the F happened to him?
Get Vince Neil a sequin suit, and there you go, man.
And then Elvis would wear the white sequin suits, and you're like, dude, white's not as... What are you doing? Wear darker colors. Because you could see everything. I mean, you're right, Steve. It's like, Vince, dude, you need to wear all black.
It's tough when like the cool rock stars get old. Because I just heard, I don't know if you ever can find it, but I just heard David Lee Roth. He did a song for, I think, a video game, and it's called Giddy Up, the song.
Oh, really?
Oh, man. And it's like, this was a guy that, like, sang Running with the Devil and Panama. And, like, these were some cool rock and roll songs. And now it just sounds like, he just sounds all hokey and, like, jazzy and silly. But he's older. Like, that's not his thing anymore. It's like the aggressive young rock and roll. It's like, he's just like this guy that just wants to have fun, probably. And I mean,
yeah, it is weird how certain rock stars age. Because if you see David Lee Roth, it's almost like it doesn't, like, that's David Lee Roth. He looks like somebody's dad. But then, you see, like, you see the Rolling Stones, and outside of Charlie, I mean, they still look pretty cool.
Yeah, but Charlie looked unenthused even back in his 30s.
Yeah.
Like, he's just always looked unenthused. Like, he just looks like, I'm here. I mean, I guess I could play these drums. Like, he always had that look on his face.
But he hasn't tried to not look old. You know what I mean? Mick and, Keith, those guys, they're like, all right, well, I'm going to try to at least look like I'm cool as I'm aging. Charlie's just like, I'm an old guy.
I did find David Lee Roth's Giddy Up.
All right, you got it?
Definitely a country vibe to this.
Painting curves. She ran the bar at the Cheating Art Cafe. Yes, I was a criminal in crime didn't pay. Can't remember, sometimes good guys don't wear white. I will be your long tall Texan tonight.
I don't know what to make of it. I think he.
Are you ever going to listen to that, like, at your house?
Yeah. I just feel like he would be good, like, in a jazzy sort of bluesy type of rock. Like, I always thought that's where he would evolve to.
The mother effer sang Panama. What the hell's going on, man?
I know, dude. I know. I know. It's tough when the people you love,
Might as well giddy up.
But see, now I take a look at a guy like Duff McKagan. Duff McKagan, I think, will always look cool. He knows how to look cool as he gets
he shops at the cool rock star clothes store.
Well, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
But people know the phases of their life, and they just know how to look like really cool for where they are in life. And I've always been really like envious of people who know how to still look good, but also look appropriate.
Don't get me started. Duff's on my bad list right now.
Oh, what did Duff do? Now, what did Duff do to you?
Well, Guns N' Roses just announced their tour. They're going to come back and do their thing. And they're not coming, at least not yet, but they're not coming to Seattle.
Oh, damn.
They're doing the We're Effing Back tour, which is actually gets, oddly enough, featuring Wolfgang Van Halen. His band Mammoth are going to be opening, which is pretty bad.
Oh, that's cool.
And they are playing in the Northwest, but it's Portland on August 22nd, which is a Sunday.
Wow.
Man. Like Saturday, almost worth the trip. I mean, yeah, it's extra gas money, but you save all that money in the cheap steaks that you can get while you're in Portland.
Okay, I would like to say something right now. I'm getting frustrated because why is Portland the place to go over Seattle, which is a much bigger city? I don't get it.
Yeah, Portland sucks.
Make Portland drive to us. I hate to say it.
All of you,
Portland.
drive to us.
And bring the Acropolis.
Yes, please.
Can you
pack a lunch?
What am I missing? I mean, just from logistically speaking, it would be a lot easier to have Portlanders drive to Seattle because there's less of them to try to fill than to have.
It could be venue availability. It could be a lot of things.
Oh, all right. I suppose.
There's probably, and also I noticed that they played Los Angeles on August 19th, and then their next show is Portland on the 22nd, and then the show after that is San Jose on the 25th. So there are some dates. I know that they're probably not doing back-to-back shows because, a lot of bands, when they get a little bit older, are like, I'm just too old for this. I can
appreciate that.
To be doing back-to-back nights. I know Metallica does that as well. Like, they kind of space them out to keep sane and also so their bodies can recover. So, but I hope that maybe they could squeeze in a Seattle date with all of this.
Yeah, especially since they like you said, they go to L.A., then they go to Portland, then they go back down south again to San Jose. So it's not about trying to be geographically just go from place to place and keep traveling in the same direction.
I'm sure
that doesn't mean anything.
But if they don't do it, there's got to be a reason. I'm sure it's not like, hey, let's just give a middle finger to Seattle, especially with Duff being from here. I'd imagine that this would be a big spot for him to want to play a show.
You think it's us? Is that why they're not doing it?
It's the BJ show, yeah.
That's what it is.
Maybe if they can't find a venue, they could just play my apartment.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, in West Seattle, we can have everyone come out. It'll be great.
Well, we're doing a whole bunch of renovations to our backyard. By that point, it'll be ready to go.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Well, maybe, you know what, Steve? Maybe they're waiting for the climate pledge to be done.
Oh, I thought you meant for my actual backyard to be done. I'm like, it's probably by Tuesday of next week.
Oh, you think? Tuesday? Well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what would be done quicker, your backyard or the climate pledge arena. I know that the both are gigantic projects.
But they were supposed to do either T-Mobile or Lumen Field before COVID hit.
Oh, so they're doing those kind of a big place.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're going outside because they're going to draw that many. Mm-hmm. So what are they doing in Portland? Does Portland have a giant outside place? All right.
I mean, Timbers play at a place. I don't know. Yeah. It's probably big enough.
I don't like it.
You're playing the field where the Portland Pickles play.
Yeah. Oh, I don't. Okay. You know what?
I hope they call that Pickle Stadium.
Yeah.
Pickle Land.
Pickle Land.
I just feel like that can't be a big stadium either.
Pickle Park.
Pickle Park.
Okay, I'm done with pickle everything.
Fair.
I can't believe the Pickles beat us again.
We could pickle that.
We got a woman that came up with a brilliant way to get a $75 shirt for free at Disney World. Oh, I'd like to know about this. You'll hear from her at 8:18 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You want to get a free T-shirt at Disney World?
Yeah.
All right.
Danny and I are in.
Yeah. Because they're not cheap. I mean, you got like $75 T-shirts you can get there. I mean, or $75 shirts. Maybe it's not a T-shirt, but maybe it's a shirt.
Or maybe it's like a bedazzled Minnie Mouse shirt or something.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I think the Space Mountain shirt, I think I was like, and this is a while ago, about 10 years ago, but I think it was like $30. So probably nowadays it is probably close to 40.
That's crazy.
Worth every penny.
Yes.
Well, there's a TikTok user named Amanda, and she says, here's how you can get a free shirt from Disney World. Just wear clothing that's deemed inappropriate by Disney, and they will give you free clothes that fit their standards. And here she is talking about everything.
Okay, guys, new Disney hack. If you're wearing a shirt that shows a little under boob, they'll write you a ticket when you first enter Magic Kingdom, so you can get a free shirt at the nearest gift shop. I just got a $75 T-shirt just because I was wearing a shirt that was exposing my under boob a little bit. So, yeah, if you want free Disney shirts, that's the hack.
Oh, so there you go, BJ.
Yeah, it just takes under boob. Look at that.
I've got under boob.
Yeah, I know you're wearing that shirt today. That shows a little bit of the boobage.
Now you know why. I'm wanting to get a free Ride the Turtles T-shirt.
There you go.
Ride the Turtle.
Available now at the Rock Shop. And it's not $75.
I think in my case, I probably could get free shorts at Disney World.
Oh, God. Now I have a picture in my head.
Oh.
See what I did there?
I was thinking free pants.
Yeah, not under boob, but underboy.
Compression shorts, please.
Yeah.
You think like also like, hey, we've shown under boob. Here's a coupon so you get a free T-shirt, and Mickey wanted to pass his number over to you. Say what's up. Can you come over to the Magic Kingdom? Ride Space Mountain.
And so she said that was a $75 T-shirt. So
it looked like a long sleeve shirt, though, which makes me think that is probably what they charge for a long sleeve shirt.
Do you hear yourself? What? You are working for the man. Oh, it's the long sleeve, so that's why it's worth $75. $75 for a T-shirt?
No, it's ridiculous. I agree with you. It's stupid.
It's probably one of those. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't really see. I saw it was like long sleeve, but it kind of looked like one of those jersey ones with the big Disneyland on the back or whatever Disney wore.
Yeah, looking on Shop Disney, like those types of shirts you're talking about are about $60 or even
$60.
Yeah.
So what's a T-shirt going for?
It depends. Normally, it looks like about $27, marked down to. Yeah, there's a couple marked down to about $20, but usually, the fancier ones with the logos and the other stuff are anywhere from $25 to, like I said, $60.
I mean, I'd like to pick on Disney, but at the same time, do you remember going to concerts and concert shirts were like $10 to $15, and now you go and they're $30 a piece.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, what happened?
At
minimum,
dude. I've been to some shows where like a T-shirt is like $65. And if you want to get like a hoodie, a zip up, it's like $90. When you know full well, hey, to be that guy, you know full well that thing probably cost them like $8 to make.
Oh yeah,
nothing special.
And did you say, Steve, were you the one who was telling me that's really how a lot of bands made their money was off the merch?
Oh, these days, yes, absolutely. Yeah, and the problem is, though, to get like super nerdy about like merch sales at shows, is that the venue will also get a cut of the merch sales. So they'll count how many shirts you have in your bin of merch, and then
weird.
That way they settle up at the end, like, hey, or they have a person that's there that's selling the merch for you or hovering over keeping a tally, and then they get a percentage of the T-shirt sales. So you jack up the price so you can pay the venue, and then this is also how you're able to pay you for your hotel and your bills and all that crap.
Yeah, I mean,
these days record sales aren't happening. Streaming is not going to pay your bills.
It was the same thing with movie theaters. You know, you get so mad at how the concessions and what they cost, but then when you realize how little money they make off the movie ticket sales, you go, yeah. I mean, you got these giant movie theaters, and they're they look elaborate, some of them, and all the different stadium seating, and you realize, wow, you're only getting that much for each movie play? That doesn't seem right,
dude. My latest issue is now with hats, baseball hats.
Oh, here we go.
Big hat.
Oh boy.
It's getting ridiculous, what people are charging. Like the other day, I was like, a friend of mine posted a picture. She was rocking like a baseball cap that was for this company, an apparel line, but it was done in Kraken colors. I'm like, that's sick. I should get that. And it was a flex fit cap.
Okay.
So I go on their website. After tax and shipping, it was about $50 if I wanted to buy this hat. I'm like, I can't do it. And even like that, like my buddy's like, I have a discount code because he does stuff with this company as well. And I'm like, all right, type it in. It's like, save me like maybe $4. And then he's like, did you ever buy it? I'm like, no, I just can't justify dropping $50 to buy a hat it's not even like a fitted cap. You know what I mean? It's like, Flex Fit's a fine cap, but again, I know how much it costs to make one of these. It's like that's an insane markup that you're asking somebody to drop. I understand you're a small business and you just, you're doing what you do to get by, but I know you didn't. I know that you probably dropped maybe $15 a hat tops to get these printed.
I've had that. I've had that with Shark Tank when even though it may not be like a major company's product, but when it's in the same lane, and then you see the markup and what it costs to make those things when they're pitching to the Sharks, I'm like, is that pretty much what the big company's doing to me?
Yeah,
because you got to be thinking that the bigger companies can afford mass production and therefore even get it at cheaper cost.
Yep, the more you print, the cheaper it gets.
And then you hear Mr. Wonderful talk about, if I can't get this kind of return, on profit based on what the production cost is, it's not worth it. And you're like, what? Like getting a 25% profit off production is not worth it, and it's not for me. And I'm like, oh man, so everything's got to be marked up.
Oh, that's how they get rich, and we stay poor, man.
You got and the poor. So, they're buying the rich stuff. It's a racket.
Someone said the most expensive T-shirt I ever bought was my tie-dyed Pink Floyd shirt at their Us and Them concert. It was $75. LOL.
Wow.
See, yeah, I spent. Jonathan Davis did a solo tour, lead singer of Korn, and I bought a hoodie from him. And well, not from him, but from the merch and stuff like that. And it was like $70, and I was like, But then the guy was like, "You really want it, right?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, fine, I'll buy it."
At that point, it should be Jonathan Davis that's selling you the damn shirt.
Yeah, he should have signed the damn thing.
How about our buddy, a drifting nerd on Twitter, just said, you want to hear about outrageous prices? How about this? Would you pay $115 for these Mariners shorts? And they're just like,
those are so ugly.
They look like the Argyle socks?
Yeah, exactly.
But they're made to look like shorts, and they're $115.
Well, when you go golfing,
they're called loudmouth Argyle shorts.
They are loud.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, is that what they're wearing on the links these days? Those kind of shorts? I have no idea.
This is for the look. If you want to look like you're rich and you don't know what to spend your money on, these are the shorts that you get.
Well, I like Hawaiian shirts, and I've outgrown, or I should say, degrown. How do you say when you lost weight? Well, I actually probably could fit into them these days. Yeah, slim down. Problem is, I shouldn't have got rid of them. Now I think about it, because the pandemic, quarantine 15, I probably could fit back into them again. But I got rid of them.
Vince Neil.
So I saw, well, you know what? Let's see what the Mariners are doing. Like, I always have a Hawaiian shirt. And then, that was like, am I going to pay that? It's, come on.
Someone said that I wanted to get a 5-Finger Death Punch basketball jersey. It's over $150. F that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about Hawaiian shirts, and the Disney shop ones were $130 for their fancy Hawaiian shirts.
I gotta start making Hawaiian
and they
shirts.
probably look good. I mean, they're probably well made, but geez, but 150, wow.
Oh, damn, the Mariners Hawaiian shirt on Fanatics, that one's $140.
That's
Tommy Bahama one.
Yeah, the other one, the Disney one was Tommy Bahama as well, so you're paying for that name.
See, I gotta start my own company, like Stevie Bananas, and then I'll just charge like $60.
Well, I know there's a Tommy Bahama store at Bellevue Square. I'd like to. I should go in and just see what one of their regular Bahama shirts go for.
See, Steve, with that name, it's not Hawaiian shirts, it's thongs. Stevie's Banana Hammocks, and just do it, man.
I could have a section of that, but I think also I want to do the Bananas Hawaiian shirts.
Stevie Bananas.
Someone's gonna whip up a logo for me.
Oh, dear.
Stevie Bananas.
Stevie Bananas.
All right. I'm with Rev, though. I think it's probably better for, the lower wear, but all right. When
my AMC stock goes through the moon and I'm out of here. I'm
to the moon, baby.
That's right. I'm going to make my own clothing line called Stevie Bananas.
Nice.
And I don't care if I sell a single one. I'll just wear it.
Stevie Bananas.
And then I'll be broke begging for my job back.
Reminds me of the bacon salt guys. Win the lotto, make bacon salt.
That's what they did. You're right.
They did.
And they had a good run. I don't know if they still are doing it, but they were... At one point, I think they were on Oprah.
They're making bacon, man.
Yeah.
They still, you still got to be selling bacon salt. Who won't put that on something?
They even had the bacon lip balm, which is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, that I don't know if I'd...
They still have a website.
All right, good for them.
And they're selling underpants.
Oh, they're selling... No, it's Stevie Bananas. They take his idea.
No, they didn't. They're not stealing my idea. I'll sue them.
That's a difference. It's not about bananas. It's about bacon.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So instead, I'll spend that much on the Mariners when they start winning more games.
Oh, shots fired.
Hey, they won 5 in a row before they got crushed yesterday.
Yeah. Well, they're 500, which is a lot better than we thought they would be a week or two ago.
I will say that when you see a team win, man, it's just like, because it was the same at the Sounders game that we went to this weekend. They tied, but like I went full to the game, like thinking that I was going to buy something, and then they tied, and I was like, I don't really want to walk down to the store.
Right. I don't want to give money to this team that didn't win.
But if they would have won, I would have probably been drunk and bought the entire store.
Yeah. Well, yeah, think about it, after like the Seahawks won the Super Bowl, I was online buying everything.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, that for the first merch, Oh man, oh yeah, I was buying like the conference championship merch because everything, divisional champion merch.
I bought that $40 Marshawn Lynch long sleeve T-shirt because he came back to the team to make that playoff run.
Oh yeah,
how much is that?
Well, hey, somebody out there that went to Goodwill is wearing a nice shirt because of me.
There we go. Nice, good call.
Didn't even fit right.
Yesterday, Steve, you did get this one wrong.
Who plays Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Johnny Depp.
No.
I don't know anyone else in that movie. I'm going to go with Liam Neeson.
No.
Gary Oldman.
No. Gary Oldman.
Orlando Bloom, sir, was the correct answer. Yes. He's not going to remember that next time you ask, Rev.
Nice.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's a question from a listener. My house is currently in foreclosure. I've stopped making payments. What can I do to save my house?
If you're already in foreclosure behind on your mortgage, you can stop the foreclosure by filing a bankruptcy. There's different types of bankruptcy. Chapter 13 can help you catch up on your house payments if you're behind. It would mean that you'd have to start making your house payments again and catch up on the amount that you're behind over 5 years. You could also take off or strip off your second mortgage, which would help you to reduce your housing payment every month, especially once you're done with the plan and done catching up on your first mortgage. We could also try to buy you some time by filing a Chapter 13 case. Filing a Chapter 13 would definitely stop your foreclosure.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.